Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, beloved friends, and welcome once again to the Divine Laws right here on Kardec Radio every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Carol Correa, and we are delighted to be here with you, nourishing our souls with understanding that we shall carry for immortality. Let us, at this very moment, feel the presence of the illuminated spirits who have prepared these therapeutic moments specially for each and every one of us. Let us visualize their fraternal embrace, and let us visualize ourselves receiving their kind visit at our very homes, providing us at this very moment with the spiritual vitamins we are in most need of. Let us also, dear friends, firmly believe that as the dear mentors treat us, they also reach everyone in our network in both realms of life. So we thank you very much for choosing to form this current of divine light together with us. We are very grateful for the gift of your presence. And to begin our therapeutic moments together, tonight we shall read question 919 of the Spirit's Book by Allan Kardec. We shall bring a couple of highlights and propose a therapeutic exercise. After we do so together, we shall raise our thoughts in gratitude to the Creator. So thank you, beloved friends, for choosing to think the good, feel the good, and co-create the good right here, right now. Let us invest in our divine capabilities as co-creators by reading question 919 of the Spirit's Book together. We are now entering a new section of the Spirit's Book entitled Self-Knowledge. Kardec asks, what is the most effective means for improving ourselves in this life and for resisting the draw of evil? We love this question by Kardec because this question summarizes beautifully the purposes for which you and I, all of us, are reincarnated on the earth. 1, to improve ourselves, and 2, to resist the draw of evil. So thank you, Kardec, for asking this question on our behalf. And the Spirit mentors respond in a concise but empowering manner. And they respond as follows. A sage of antiquity has told you, know thyself. So yes, dear friends, if we feel stagnated in our lives, if we would like to progress at a faster pace in this reincarnation, if we would like to even come to a more clear understanding as to why we are reincarnated at this time, the proposal from on high is that we get to know ourselves. How so? First, we can study our own innate tendencies. If we, for instance, like to cook, we are very likely to connect to other minds who like to cook, and we are likely to have developed this talent in previous lives already. If we like to sit on the couch for hours, perhaps one of our innate tendencies is related to inertia. So perhaps we shall be mindful of how we spend our relaxing time. We shall enjoy relaxation, also thinking of immortal gains, watching programs that are useful to us and to our immortal growth, as well as making sure that every day we engage in one useful activity, at least one, that is not solely focused on our own pleasure and comfort, but instead that is focused on benefiting others. It is important, beloved friends, that as we get to know our tendencies, we do a twofold movement. One, we travel inwards to take note, to become aware of both the talents and the vulnerabilities we brought within ourselves. And second, that we reach out to others because we learn through Master Jesus that our point of contact with God is our neighbor. This is why Master Jesus has told us, love God above all things and love your neighbor as thyself. So let us engage, dear friends, all the more consciously in this twofold movement. But, Carol, what if we, as we travel inward, discover aspects of our personality that we feel ashamed of? For example, if we discover that we have a tendency to engage in inertia, is it for us to feel ashamed of ourselves that God has asked us to engage in self knowledge? No. It is for us to realize what the other side of the coin is. Our vulnerability, beloved friends, is present within ourselves only so that we discover the muscle, the talent that we need to cultivate and grow in this life. So if we have a tendency to be on inertia, then we are incarnated to make a greater effort to be active in doing the good, in reaching out to others. Yes. If we have a tendency, for instance, to gossip, we know that one of the talents that God is counting on us to develop in this life is to learn to moderate the word and to use the word as a vitamin that we offer to others, a vitamin of encouragement, a vitamin of hope, a vitamin of optimism, a vitamin of love, an instrument of the good, as Emmanuel calls it in one of his messages, the divine ark that we all have in the form of our vocal cords. So let us examine ourselves. What are our innate tendencies? Do we like to just sit and relax? Do we have a tendency to gossip? Do we have a tendency to feel victimized? Because if we do, we are being invited in this life to take greater responsibility and charge of ourselves. How so, dear friends? Rather than focusing on problems that we may perceive were created for us, or towards us, or with us, or against us, let us see challenges as stepping stones for greater spiritual growth. When we encounter a problem, let us face it and ask ourselves if God, who loves us, has granted us this particular problem, then what shall be the spiritual milestone that God wishes for us to develop? So, beloved friends, if we could summarize the proposal from on high, which in the Spirit's book is signed by St. Augustine, we are all being invited to take an inventory of our vulnerabilities and talents. Rather than feeling guilty as we take account of ourselves, we are to look at this vulnerability as an opportunity for us to cultivate a new strength. Vulnerabilities are nothing but opportunities for us to cultivate renewed strengths. So let us look at the strengths we already have and look at the strengths that God is inviting us to cultivate in this life. And as we do this inner journey, beloved friends, let us also remember to reach out to others, to engage in at least one action every day that is selfless, meaning not focused on our own interests, so that we learn to build luminous bridges of contact from our hearts to the hearts of others, and thus reach God through multiple perspectives. Shall we, dear friends? Let us then elevate our thoughts and hearts in much optimism and hope, as well as gratitude for the mentors who believe in our ability to progress all the more in this reincarnation. Let us feel together, beloved friends, that this is the most special reincarnation ever granted to us, and that it is because God believes in us that God allows for us to have self-awareness, and God also grants us numerous talents so we can be useful to others. What a beautiful hymn of God's perfection our lives are, beloved friends. Let us silently hear the hymn of divine love present both within and outside of us, and let us both feel divine love and spread divine love in all directions. One thought, one feeling, one word, one action at a time. This is the proposal from on high for tonight. Thank you, dear friends, for the beautiful gift of your divine presence. We send you a big fraternal hug, and we wish you many, many blessings as we all stay tuned right here on Kardec Radio, because, of course, here we are always nourishing our souls. Many blessings, dear friends, and bye for now.